Hey, before we bounce, before Friday night, Joe Ingles, he hadn't started in an NBA game in 3 years, but that changed when Timberwolves head coach Chris Finch found out that Joe's family was in the building, including his 8-year-old son, Jacob. Jacob is autistic, and he was finally able to sit through a full game after years of working through sensory challenges. So Finch put Joe in the starting lineup, giving Jacob a chance to see and hear his dad on the floor. Here's how it sounded when it was announced in the starting lineup.
Number 7, it's Joe Ingles.
Oh, that just gives me goosebumps. I'm so grateful that Joe Ingles is here to take us inside that special moment. Joe, thank you so much for making the time, my friend. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
We just saw your family reacting in the moment that you were announced in the starting lineup, but can you just take us through the emotions, what that felt like, knowing that Jacob and your entire family was sitting in the stands watching that?
Yeah, I mean, it was I guess a bit of a crazy day all up because I actually just came into workout that morning for the game, and Fincy actually asked me mid-workout to go and speak to him after or see him after, and everyone knows that when your coach comes and says, hey, you don't know whether it's going to be good or bad. So I was trying to think for about 20 minutes what was going on.
What did I do? Yeah,
what have I said or done in the last 48 hours? Yeah, and then he hit me with that he was going to start me and obviously explain the situation of why he wanted to. And it was pretty emotional. Like you said, I hadn't started. I'm very well aware of where I'm at in my career, and just probably never thought I'd really get that chance with Jacob, especially obviously him only kind of sitting through a full game a couple of days before that game. So pretty emotional, and then rushed home to tell my wife and the kids, and very, very exciting day.
What did it mean to you, Joe? We hear as a player about, oh, I'm a starter now and a bigger role and what that means, and certainly that's special. But what did this mean to you as a dad?
I think that's what I was trying to kind of convey to Finchy and my team and the media after. It's like you play these. I've been lucky to play 19 years professionally all over the place now, and I've won games. I've won a lot of games over here. I've won championships in Europe, but I'll never forget the first autism acceptance game in Utah we played. I'll never forget this moment. It's something that I can take with me forever. Like, it's actually funny. That's I've seen a million photos and videos of that night, but that was the first time really seeing that of Jacob when I got called out. So even now it pulls on the heartstrings a little bit just to see his face. Like I've been lucky to have my daughter and my youngest son at a few games, but Jacob had just never lasted a game. He'd last a quarter or maybe till halftime or sitting in the family room with it on TV. But to look up there and see his face, and probably in the back of my mind still think at some point I'm going to look up there and he'll be gone home. But just to keep looking up and him having so much fun. And I mean, a lot of the credit obviously goes to my wife. Obviously, I'm not there this year. They're in Orlando for school and everything. But the work that she's put in with my family, but also that Jacob's put in himself.
Yeah, I appreciate your vulnerability in sharing everything that you and Jacob have worked through. And I can't imagine just peeking up in the stands again and again. Oh, he's still there. Oh, yes, he's still there. It's almost like you're rooting him on, right, as much as he's rooting you on. Is that what it felt like?
It did. And like I said, it's been a long time coming. Jacob got diagnosed at 2.5 and he's 8 now. And was it 5 days ago was the first time he ever sat through a full game out on the court. There you go. I'm trying to keep him entertained a little bit there, but yeah, it was definitely an emotional day, a day I'll never forget.
Absolutely. And to everybody at home who is sharing in what the Ingles have struggled through and come through and are still working through, we absolutely see you. We appreciate you. And Joe, thank you so much for shedding some light on that. And you never know, Jacob, next night he's gonna be like, Dad, your release wasn't quick enough. We got to work on that. It's gonna be Coach Jacob now.
He probably will. It's one thing with Jacob is he doesn't do anything but tell the truth. So you're going to know if you're not wearing a good outfit or your shot isn't looking good or the food isn't good, he's going to let you know. So a lot of truth in our household.
Appreciate that, Jacob. Definitely any notes you have on this interview, I am all ears. Joe Ingles.
He'll let you know.
Thank you so much for stopping by NBA Today.
Of course, thank you.
I'm on fire. It's in the air,